Hello everybody, this is the Sir Night Gamer, and this is the second episode of my Dark Souls Let's Play. In this episode there will be actual gameplay and hopefully not many deaths, but you know, this is Dark Souls, so you gotta expect the worst. If you remember from last episode, there was a little like sparkly thing right here on this corpse. I accidentally picked it up right before recording, and that was pretty much the key to this cell. That was really it. I'm playing at it as a Wanderer. If you guys just need a little refresher, and let's get going. Okay, yeah, I already know this, I already know how to play. I can't get in there. Really nothing to look at. Oh yeah, look at this big old guy over here. That is a boss. Let's beat you to... no. Okay, there we go. How are you not dead? Thank you. Oh yeah. Sprint. I call it sprint, not dash. Haha, I am now locked onto you. Lock on is very important in this game. It will become your best friend. Spare ahead. Oh, why do I get the feeling that it's very accurate? Not much to spare. Bonfires! Yay! Okay, this is a very important mechanic in Dark Souls. Bonfires are like checkpoints. I'll just say review. They refill your health, Estus, which is like little health packs, and spells if you have them. What they also do, as a little offset to that, is any enemies that were in the area that you killed, except for bosses and certain non-responding enemies, come right back. So, if I was to go down... Sorry. My throat's a little icky this morning. If I were to go back down here, you would see the enemy that I just killed back. Now, let's go through here. Okay. Be wary of the lizard. Why, is there a lizard? I like lizards. Does he be a big lizard? Oh, that! Yeah, you cannot defeat him. Just run. Don't even try. Ice with the... You were not meant to defeat him right there. And if you got hurt, you know, it's just a bonfire. And bonfires also serve as a spawn point for when you die. So when you always find a new bonfire, if you can take the risk of having enemies respawn, do it. Because it makes you spawn there, not the other place. Get your shield. Uh-oh. This guy shoots arrows. Now, how you equip is you gotta pause the game. Well, sort of, because you can't actually pause the game. Nothing pauses the game. The game is always going, no matter what. Equipment, and then leather shield. There we go. And you just block with the, for PS3, it is the L1 button. I think for 360, it is the opposite, which is the left trigger, I think. I'm not 100% sure. And it blocks arrows, and also block other attacks. The things that you have to worry about is that that if you don't have a good enough shield, it'll actually go through your shield. The attacks will go through your shield. Sorry, I'm a little trying to focus to get hit right now, because I do not want to lose health this early. Okay, there we go. Now I get my sword. De-equip that, put my scamatter on. Now this will actually do some damage. And he ran away. And he ran away. Toggle weapons choosing. Alright, let's go. Ow. Ah. Okay. Now this is right here is it's called white light, but I like to call it a fog gate. Which if you walk, depending on what's on the other side, it'll either be a boss or just an area or just a new area. So if it was a boss, the fog gate would say here, I won't be able to go back until the boss is defeated or I die. But because it was just a new area, the fog gate would disappear. Ah, yes, the all-important roll. This right here is going to kind of teach you just, this is pretty much the tutorial area. The roll is something you really want to get acquainted with because it's going to help you in a lot of the game. It pretty much makes you, what's that? Rolled right out of the way. You gotta go in here and talk to this guy. This guy was the guy who helped me in the very beginning of the game to the body down to the cell which had the key.
Oh, you. You're no hollow. Thank goodness. I'm done for, I'm afraid. I'll die soon, then lose my sanity. I wish to ask something of
Yes.
you. You and I were both undead. Hear me out, will you? Regrettably, I have failed in my mission, but perhaps you can keep the torch lit. There is an old saying in my family. Thou who art undead art chosen, and thine exodus from the Undead Asylum maketh pilgrimage to the land of ancient lords. When thou ringeth the bell of awakening, the fate of the undead thou shalt know. Well, now you know, and I can die with hope in my heart. Oh, one more thing. Here, take this. An Estus flask, an undead favorite. Oh, and this. Now I must bid
Goodbye,
farewell.
my buddy.
I hate to harm you after death.
That, if you guys didn't know, that's Oscar of
So go
Astoria. He's
Oh,
like
thank
the
you.
guy you see in a lot of like promotional image for Dark Souls. And he just died. You heard that noise. See? And you can collect his souls. Souls I'll explain a little later on. Hopefully I can get to this episode. Probably, but I don't know, there's a chance there may not be. Okay. Let's get rid of you. Let's unlock this door. Oh yeah, two-hand weapons. Two-handed weapons is also another important tactic that I'll explain later on. Right now I just kind of want to get through the boss. Backstab! If you get behind an enemy while they are currently in middle, or not in the middle of animation, if you get behind an enemy and are able to press the attack button, will do a very, critical. It does a lot of damage. Here, I'm going to teach you guys about parrying. Let's see if I can do it right without getting hit a lot. What you gotta do is you gotta press the R2 button at the same time an enemy does an attack at the right moment, and you're able to parry them and then do pretty much kind of like a critical hit but in the front. Like that. You want to master this mechanic in the game because there's all melee enemies, most melee enemies, I'm not sure if all, but most melee enemies can be parried, and it gives you a big chance. Okay, the reason they said is just watch, you'll see why that's important right now. That's why. Let's heal up real quick. Estus flask. And then... Now you're meant to defeat him. Yeah, that's right. This boss, this big old beefy guy right here is meant to be completely and utterly defeated. And he will... I don't know if he'll kill you in one hit, but he'll more than likely do a lot of damage. Get behind him. What you definitely want to do is get behind the guy. He is just pain, just pain. No, don't hit me. I'm gonna just destroy your big fat booty. Okay, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Okay. Stop turning. There's no need for you to turn. There we go. Oh yeah. No, that's not the way. This is not the way out. But this is where. This is the weary. I tried weary and I said weary. This is the way to the bonfire. Just want to heal up real quick. Get all my Estus back, and then go. Alright, that was pretty much the tutorial level. Not really much to, not much of a challenge. I mean, if you have no idea how to play this game, I mean, it maybe is, but I've already beaten this game before on a different character, so you know, it was relatively easy. This person right here. This is very important right here. This person is a trader kind of person. If you drop a certain item, he'll give you a certain item back. And he'll be very important later on.
Warm. Give me soft.
Let's go to the end of the cliff, and there will be another cutscene. So I'm going to keep my mouth shut for it. It's not particularly long, though.
Only in the ancient legends it is stated that one day an undead shall be chosen. To leave the Undead Asylum in pilgrimage to the land of the ancient lords. Lordran.
Alrighty, we are now officially in Lordran. This was where most of the game will take place. Most, I mean, we were in the Undead Asylum, but I mean most. And there's bonfire. See, in Lordran, level up and kindle up bonfires. That's what souls are for. Souls are for leveling up. So, I just sit down real quick, level up. It says required souls and it says souls. So the required souls is how many souls you need to level up once, and souls is obviously the amount of souls you have. And every time you level up, as you can see, the required souls go up. So that means the more you level up over the game, the more expensive it will become, and eventually you'll need more and more and more and more. And let me tell you, it gets up crazy high. So what? So stats that you really kind of want to boost up to begin with. I mean, there's no big stat you really want to, unless you want to go for a specific kind of character. But I would say vitality. If you really have a hard time, just go vitality. It means more health and more defense. So really, that's kind of the, you know, if you don't know, just go for it. So I'm gonna put one into vitality, one into endurance, dexterity. That's always a tough choice, but you know, I'm just gonna leave it now. Because vitality gives you health. Attunement, see how it says on the right, attunement slots? That's for magic, miracles, and pyromancies. Endurance is stamina. Strength is obviously strength. Gives you the ability to wield certain weapons and how much damage you do with them. Dexterity is kind of like that, but increases your speed with weapons. Resistance is obviously resistance. It gives you, it gives you defense and poison resistance. Intelligence is for spells. Spells will do more damage with higher intelligence, and faith is miracles. Miracles will do better with higher faith. What I also got, you see right there, my items right there. If you see a little change, humanity. Humanity is very important because being hollow, as you see I am right now, doesn't let you do certain things in the game. I can't summon other people. As you can see, it's another person right there. That's an actual other person that's in another game. I can't summon other people from other worlds. I also can't get invaded. So sometimes it's a pro and a con to be hollow. So I'm just going to stay unhollow for right now and just talk to this guy, and he'll kind of explain to you what's happening.
do we have here? You must be a new arrival. Let me guess. Fate of the undead, right? Well, you're not the first. But there's no salvation here. You'd have done better to rot in the Undead Asylum. But too late now. Well, since you're here, let me help you out. There are, actually, 2 bells of awakening. One's up above in the Undead Church. The other is far, far below, in the ruins at the base of Blight Town. Ring them both.
So he pretty much just kind of gave you...
Brilliant, right?
In
Not much
other
to
games would be pretty much
But I
interjective.
have a
There's
feeling
actually 2
that
bells you gotta go
won't stop
to.
you.
He said one up and one down.
It is why
That's
you
Dark
came,
Souls for you.
isn't it?
You really
To
did
this
no direction, you
accursed
just kind of
land,
gotta go
the
for it. But what
undead.
he means by up is you see that little path over there? You actually gotta go grass. Why? Why do you do this to me? You gotta go up there, across that bridge, and into this big old place right there. But I don't think we're gonna get to that in this episode. I think I'm just gonna cut it for right here, and I will see you guys next episode.